Hey, what's going on guys? Joe here from JPRC. So this week I am finally back from vacation and I'm working on my Axial SCX10 with the Monster Energy pink scheme here. So the latest upgrade I'm putting on this truck is a quick disconnect sway bar, which is really cool. It really enhanced the handling character of this truck, especially when you're taking tight corners. When I run it in the last time when I was trying to do the Jeep speed running video, I noticed that I had to struggle with the truck when taking a tight corner. It has a tendency to lift one of the front wheel up during cornering, and if you go fast enough, eventually it will roll over pretty easily. So after coming back from that race, I wanted to keep the full suspension travel in the front and the rear without losing the cornering stability. So I came up with this idea to put a sway bar and a quick disconnect option on it, and this is exactly how it turned out. And I already took it down to the basement garage and test drove it on the high traction pavement. It handled really great during cornering with the sway bar on, and without the sway bar on, it was barely drivable on high traction pavement. It's not that you would drive this car on high traction pavement, but it is because the only surface I have to run and test drive this car, and I'm sure it's gonna do a lot more better on the track on a dirty, sandy, loose dirt surface. So here we go. Let me show you exactly what has been done to it. I'm super excited to show it to you guys. Alright, let's flip the car over, take the body off, and I'll show you exactly what has been done to the rear end of this car. Alright, and also, before I get into the sway bar, I also want to let you know that I was running a 35 turn motor, and that was a little bit too slow for a Jeep speed style of running. So I dropped in a 27 turn motor. I think this is a better motor for this setup. It still had tons of torque for crawling, but it does get a little bit up going a little bit faster than the 35 turn. So I think I'm going to keep this motor in here. Alright, in here, so as you can see in the back in here, it has this red mount to the back of the bumper, and this is the sway bar setup right here. I'm still getting the full suspension travel like I had done with my last update on the Jeep speed suspension with these sidebar from the Yeti. So I'm still getting the full suspension travel front and back with this setup. I am limiting the flex in the rear end to, as you can see here, I'm gonna try it with this can, more or less the same as the stock flex configuration, but you can easily unlock the sway bar and get the full 5.5 inches of flex on this rig if you want to go onto the trail. So but with this setup, you still get plenty of suspension flexing in there. It's very smooth. You can still go on a rock crawling scene with it. So here's how it goes. This is a sway bar from a Slash 4x4. I took it from my Slash 4x4 Ultimate and test fitted, and it worked great. So I went ahead and ordered the same set online from eBay. It came with like 3 to 4, quite a few different options. This is the black hardest bar I can put on here, and it worked out pretty great. There's no modification to the chassis required to fit this. And as you can see, what's mounting on the chassis here is simply a plastic that I eyeball and cut out and bolted directly onto the rear bumper mount, and that worked out pretty good. So this red sway bar mount here are actually made from the D-hook ring you can buy from RC 4-wheel drive. I didn't use the D-hooks on it. I have it in my spare parts bin, but I'm barely using just the mount piece to make this into a sway bar mount. And as you can see here, it fit perfect. It couldn't work out any better. It's like $5 on eBay. I'll also put the link in the video description, so if you're gonna build the sway bar on this, and you can do the same thing. Alright, so moving on, I'm gonna show you right here is the quick disconnect option. The link right here, it's connected to the other side of the shock mount right there. The sway bar link is made from existing rod end you have with your SCX10 kit, or I bet it comes with the RTR version as well. All I had to do just to shorten the plastic a little bit, because the longer one, the stock one, was a little bit too long, so I had to shorten the plastic, and it worked out pretty good. And the metal ball end right there, it's part of the sway bar kit from the Slash 4x4. And the quick disconnect option here is pretty simple. Let me show you a close-up here. Alright, as you can see here, the sway bar link, it's connected on both ends, but on the right, on the passenger side, it's mounted to the shock mount position with a body clip and a screw that I Dremeled out. So simply pull the body pin out, and then we can easily pop the link out, just like so. This screws that I had kind of Dremel out and put a notch, as I show you in this Facebook video briefly a couple of days ago. that simply, this is a the same screw that goes on to the shock mount side. It comes in your kit. It's a spare screw I have. I simply Dremel out the head and then made a notch right there on both sides, so the body clip can go in and out and be secure and without being pushed out by the link. I'm sure you can buy like a pre-drilled screw, you know, about like 15mm on the M4 screw right here, then put it in, but I just had a Dremel that works pretty easy. If it's not secure enough, I will buy a pre-drilled hole screw and put it on, but that's not a biggie. So on the other side, you can simply connect the sway bar. So here I have a paper clip bent into kind of a L shape for securing the loose link right here. I'm sure you can come up with a more elegant way, but this is something that was pretty simple for me to do. So I didn't want to like spend too much time trying to get this piece, because all I wanted to do is just to keep it right here without having it to like dangling around. So as you can see right now, we still have a full suspension travel on the sway bar, on the rear suspension here. And the sway bar now is disconnected. You get that crazy flex full 5.5 inches again. And it was simply, I think it was less than $10 a part. The sway bar for the Slash 4x4 is a whole set I got on eBay for maybe $6-7. I don't remember. The D-ring hookup panel here that was perfect for the sway bar, it was $5-7. And this is a piece of plastic that I simply eyeball and then bolt directly onto the rear bumper mount. So that is pretty clever, simple, and works very effective. And for the rest of the video, I'll show you the running video, test run video. I took it down to the basement, and I'll see you guys at the track this weekend, and I'll show you another run once I put it into the test. Alright guys, so now we at the garage right now. We're gonna test out the Swaybar disconnect setup on and off on the SCX10 in this garage. And notice this is a painted garage surface, so it's very rough, so it's gonna have a lot of traction, and that's gonna make the car roll over very easily on the stock setup. So right now I'm gonna show you that it is connected right now. Let's bring that in. Disconnect this. Now as you can see, the sway bar is connected on both sides. So, and then we'll be testing it out and then make it run and see how the body roll handles with this setup, and then I'll take it off and I'll show you the difference. Alright, let's get it connected and then get going. Yeah, so the handle is pretty good, making a donut circle here. Let's try this other end. Now notice this is an SCX10 too, that's pretty awesome. And that I'm able to try to turn this pretty hard, and it still keeps all four wheels on the ground. That's pretty cool. Oops, accident. Alright, let's bring it in and try to disconnect the sway bar, and we'll see how it goes. Yeah, so disconnecting the sway bar is pretty easy. Simply gonna pull up this link here, pop it out, put the clip back onto it, and then I'm using my elegant, trying to operate a full-size camera. Trying to do all of these is a little bit challenging, but we'll get through it. Alright. So there you go. This is my elegant way of securing the sway bar on here. Yep, so that paper clip. Now we're still getting the full suspension travel on the sway bar here, but then it's disconnected. Alright, let's get it hooked up and going again. Alright, now without the sway bar connected, the sway bar is disconnected. Let's see how it goes, how it takes the corner here. Now you can see, wow, immediately it was off camera. But you can see the one wheel is already up in the air, going much slower. The body is flexing. You can see the difference with or without the Swaybar. And I'm actually going a lot slower than before. And the wheel is up on the ground already. You can see it better on this angle. Oops. Alright, fix that. Alright, back on its feet and we'll try again. Yeah, with this, I can barely put any speed on the throttle because you can see at this very slow speed is leaning quite a lot. So you can see that the difference the Swaybar has on this car, that's pretty cool. Flip it again. Back on his feet, try it again. And I can barely put any throttle on it without having the car go sideways. So that Swaybar is pretty cool. I think that's pretty obvious. Alright, I'm gonna put the Swaybar Connect back on and we'll see how it goes. Alright, now we have the Swaybar connected again. I'm gonna give it a shot. It's gonna make a huge difference in the cornering. And the best part is I still have all of the suspension travel front and back. Now you can see I can go a lot faster around this pole without even having the car to get off the ground. One of the tires, all 4 tires staying on. And close out the camera. With the Swaybar on, definitely makes a huge difference. I think that's gonna do it for this video, and I'm gonna be taking out to the track this weekend. Definitely stay tuned. We'll be having a lot of fun doing some rock racing with the SCX10 crawler. Stay tuned. I'll see you guys at the running video. Later, guys.